What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dice House and their DCO commentary. I'm bringing this video here today because I just want to talk about the live stream we had last night with Captain Larry Liberty and Meps Tedstone from DCUO, the executive producer and community manager, respectively. There, where we sat down and had a talk with them last night for about an hour. On the podcast, DCUO Sourcecast, where we talked about DLC6 and what we can expect to see in future updates and stuff like that. First off, I wanted to let you all know, in case you all didn't miss it or weren't able to make it to the live stream last night, it is going to be up. It's still up actually on the Twitch site. So if link in the description below if you guys want to go and listen to it. Me and Trex go on for about another hour and a half afterwards, talking to people and talking about stuff in the game and everything like that, and some of the things we'd like to see. We'd hope to hear about DLC 6 and other future content and everything like that. But let's go ahead and go over what we were told last night specifically about DLC 6. For starters, before we even get into DLC 6, let's talk about updates. Update 22. Well, first, before I even get there, I want to give you all a heads up, let you know, the winter seasonal event is going to drop Tuesday. So we're going to all be able to go in there and go after all those feats, try and get the snowman trinket, fight Larfleeze, as he tries to ruin Christmas for everybody. Or, I'm sorry, not Christmas, the holiday season. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, that drops Tuesday. Update 22, which is going to be next month. They are introducing some of the things to get everything ready for DLC 6, but as also when we're going to see, they're looking to move all of the Tier 4 Operation boss fights, the open world final boss fights, Tala, Swampman, Tala, Swampman, Eclipso, all those, Rachel Gold, they're going to move those inside to inside instances, and only your raid group is going to be able to go in there to take care of those boss fights. I believe it was dropped that Eclipso, I believe the Eclipso fight is going to take place inside the Lair of the Spectre mission area, so we'll be able to go in there and fight Eclipso in there, basically where we ended up fighting him when we were freeing the Spectre, so that's going to be cool. Update 23, Fire and Ice update. That's right, in February when we get update 23, that's when we will see the update to the Fire and Ice powers. They're going to release them both at the same time. So we've got all that to look forward to. Let's see here. With the winter update, they're going to be introducing some new styles and stuff like that, of course. There's the feats are already on the game, so you guys can check those out. To see what new feats are there from last year, and then of course the ones from last year are still there as well for you to earn. Like if you guys just started playing the game since last winter, or you've got some alts that you got to do. So we've got that. Now getting into the meat of DLC 6, they just covered the basics, kind of like the building blocks of DLC 6. They didn't go into too much detail about some of the things that we've all got a lot of questions about. But for starters, everybody is going to start out with a hideout. It's going to be a basic, like loft apartment or whatever, where you're going to have the basics for your that we're going to be getting with layers. You're going to have a place to kind of hang your hat. At the end of the day, you're going to be able to decorate it up and stuff like that. Everybody's going to start out with one of those. The actual player bases or the layers themselves are going to be something new, and the way it was broken down was basically depending on where you place the layer is going to depend on how much in-game cash is going to cost you for that real estate. So we're actually going to be seeing some real estate pricing going on here with the placement of our layers. I think that's really cool. That has a little aspect to it. As far as how much it's going to cost, they didn't get into detail, but they did state that the cost will not be an exorbitant amount, taking into account for the fact that the EU guys don't have the inflated economy that we have on the US PS3 right now. So they have taken you into consideration for that. As far as any additional costs, the mainframe is going to cost Marks of Triumph to upgrade it. They're not going into any great detail about that. But they did say that we are going to have to pay rent on those upgrades. So once again, incentive for you guys to go out there and run your Mark of Triumph content, the Tier 1 through Tier 3 content. Because, if you want to keep your upgrades on your mainframe, you're going to have to pay rent on it with Marks of Triumph. As far as the generators are concerned, I think the generators are actually going to be the things that give us access to certain vendors and stuff like that. That is going to cost in-game cash. Now I know there is a issue with earning cash on other servers, especially on the EU side, and I believe on the US PC side as well. They are looking at increasing the amount of cash that we can earn in a instance. So basically, I actually made a joke with Larry about how he said that you run a FOS2 or you run one of these difficult raids and you get a total of 225 cash out of that raid. I mean, that could, depending on how that run goes, that could barely cover the repair costs on one piece of gear. And so they are looking at increasing a way for us all to earn cash in the game. So we're going to be able to earn more in-game cash by doing missions, instances and stuff like that. So we've got that to look forward to. As far as styles and themes and everything like that, there were some images that were given to us that we showed. I believe we're starting off with 4 different themes for the layers themselves. There's the ancient, there's a cave one, it looks kind of like the Batcave. There's an industrial, and I can't remember what the other one was. They all look really good. The layouts are basically the same for them and all that. And of course, you're not going to be able to put a cave layer on a rooftop. So where you place your layer is going to kind of determine where, what kind of theme you're going to have access to. However, they did state that future type themes are more likely going to be available on the marketplace in the future. Going down the list here of stuff we talked about, the sockets. Everybody was asking about the white sockets on the gear that we've been seeing, especially on the Tier 4 PvE gear. Now, it's my understanding those sockets are going to appear on all the gear eventually when we get DLC6, because those sockets are specifically going to pertain to new ability mods they're going to be able to put on that gear. And those mods are going to be crafted from your mainframe in your layer. So, once again, reason to run your Tier 1 through Tier 3 content and get your Marks of Triumph up so you can pay for these mods and everything. Talked a little bit about the henchmen or the backup, your sidekicks and everything you're going to be able to call in. As far as how they look, they are going to match the theme of your lair. They went into a little bit about decorating and everything like that. It's going to be kind of like a mini flying game in there, to where you can go and place everything around there. They didn't get into too much discussion about feats, but they did mention that it was asked later on how many items were going to be available and all that, and MEPS did state that there was going to be hundreds of items available in there. But as far as feats involved with this, there was a mention of, I believe Larry made a mention of how there's going to be a feat you'll get a feat for placing 20 items in your lair. So there's going to be feats coming along with that, I'm guessing based along the theme of the DLC itself. As far as the solo content we're going to be getting, it's going to be Tier 4 solo content. It's going to be around more of the unutilized areas in the game, Ace Chemicals, Arkham Asylum, or Arkham Island, Steelworks, and Suicide Slums, all those places. The gears, we are going to get Marks of War, I believe it was said that we're going to be getting from those. It wasn't stated specifically, though. I don't think they actually had an answer for that. But the solo content is going to be Tier 4. So, you're going to have a CR of 70 to get into this new solo content. Let's see here. They didn't really get into the dueling as much as I would have liked to have, but they are going to, release, more information, across, over the next few weeks before we get DLC 6, and especially, prior to it going on to the PC test servers, which they did state that they're hoping to get it on the test server before Christmas. So, all you guys out there who play on the PC and are legendary, please download the client for the test server and use your Christmas break to go on there and, like I said on the podcast, break the server. All right, I don't think you guys can do it. I dare you to try. All right, but get on there and break the game. All right, I want to see you guys do it. Trex has been faithfully going on the PC test server every time something new is introduced onto it. I think the poor guy plays more on the test server than he does on the actual game, to be honest with you. Trying to test this stuff out for everybody, and not just test it out for everybody, but get the information to us about what we're seeing on there. Get on the test server, help him out, please. I'm begging you guys. It's just slightly frustrating how there's not as many people get on the test server and catch stuff. I mean, if you guys were to get on the test server and test a lot of this stuff out, we wouldn't, see, some of the issues we're seeing with some of the content we get. The operation, the loot issues with the operations come to mind immediately. If there was more people on there testing those, maybe, that would have gotten caught, and we wouldn't, have had the issues that we had. If people were getting on there and testing out Hal Jordan and Steel when they were put on the test servers for you guys, maybe, the cooldown on Hal's strafing run would have been increased. Maybe Steel's little microwave move that he does. Doggone dog. Steel's microwave move that he does wouldn't have would melt people the way it does right now. So I mean, please get on the test servers and test it out. Check that stuff out. Like I said though, I'm basically going over just certain little nits and bits that we discussed for well over an hour on the show itself, and definitely for at least an hour with Larry and Meps themselves for all the stuff that we got from DLC 6. However, if you guys want to hear the discussion in its entirety, link to Trex's Twitch TV chat is in the description below. The chat, the discussion video is actually saved on there, so you can fire it up on there and give it a listen and get to see some of the images that were posted and everything like that. There was other talk too, about, I brought up some PvP stuff and everything like that. There is a fix for stasis field stacking and controller stance being introduced in a hot fix here that I'm hoping we're going to see shortly. There's things, in regards to I brought up my whole thing about, PvP feats and the lack thereof, in comparison to all the feats that we get for PvE. And they are saying that they're looking into that and everything. So hopefully, we'll be able to get some progressive win feats, win, 10, 25, 50, 100 matches in I don't know, in the pit or the watchtowers, maps like that. Hopefully we'll get feats like that introduced into the game. I really hope so. It'd give incentive for a lot more people to get into PvP if there was more feats involved, I think. Especially for all the PvE guys out there trying to max out their skill points and stuff. So, I know I'm a feat hunting animal on this game, so I'm always trying to get feats completed and everything like that. Having more feats to work on is a benefit, I think, to everybody in this game, and especially in regards to putting them on PvP specific content, because that would mean more people will get involved in PvP, and that is something that is a goal of Larry Liberty's. He told me specifically that they like to get more people involved in PvP, and they want to try and give us the tools in order to have more like rank-based matches as well. He stated. He said how and when they're going to implement that kind of stuff. He could not speak to. He did say it would be a lot of work, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of work to introduce kind of like a tournament mode, like he mentioned on there. So I don't know, but anyways, yeah, check out the stream on the description below. The link will be in the description below. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys were there, let me know what you guys thought of the podcast last night. If you like this video, please do so by giving it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Until next time, you guys all take care. Bye.